Alright, so you want to be a chess master, eh? Good for you. It's a right laugh, this game. Been around for ages, like way before Netflix. Kings, queens, horses jumping sideways. It's mental, but in a good way. Millions play it, probably because it makes you look clever, even if you're not. Like, have you seen some of the haircuts on these grandmasters? But don't worry, you don't need to be a super genius. Just need to know a few things, like which way the horsey moves. Spoiler, it ain't in a straight line. That's where I come in. Think of me as your dodgy mate down the pub, giving you the inside scoop. By the end of this, you'll be crushing it, or at least not losing as badly. First things first, the board. Black and white squares, 64 of them, like a giant checkerboard, but with more rules. Each side gets 16 pieces, your army basically. You've got your pawns, the little grunts at the front. They move one square forward, but capture diagonally. Weird, right? Then you've got your rooks, like castles. They like to move in straight lines. Bishops, they're diagonal fans, like those dodgy geezers at the pub. Now, the knights, those are the ones that move like they're drunk. 2 squares one way, then a little sidestep, hard to explain, easy to mess up. Then you've got your queen. She's a right powerhouse, moves anywhere she wants, like literally. And finally, the king. He's a bit useless, to be honest. Only moves 1 square at a time, but you've got to protect him at all costs. Lose him, you lose the game. It's like that saying, keep your king close and your pawns closer, or something like that. Right, so you know how to move the pieces. Now what? Well, here's where the real fun begins. Chess is all about strategy, like a game of Risk, but with less invading Greenland. First up, control the center. Those middle squares are prime real estate, like getting a table by the window at a fancy restaurant. Next, develop your pieces. Get them off the back row and into the action. No point having a Ferrari if you're just going to leave it in the garage, right? And most importantly, think ahead. Chess is like a good sitcom. Gotta see the punchline coming. Every move you make should have a purpose. Don't just move stuff for the sake of it. That's how you end up with your queen trapped by a pawn. Not a good look. Trust me. Section 4. Rookie mistakes, don't be that guy. Now everyone makes mistakes, even Magnus Carlsen, that Norwegian fella who's like the Brad Pitt of chess. But there are some mistakes that beginners make that'll have you screaming checkmate in your sleep. Like not protecting your king, leaving him hanging out there like a cheap suit. Or falling for obvious traps, like the classic fool's mate. Sounds embarrassing, right? It is. Another big one is trading pieces at a disadvantage. Like swapping your queen for a pawn. That's like trading your Aston Martin for a rusty bicycle. Not a good deal. And finally, don't be afraid to resign. If you're getting absolutely trounced, no shame in calling it a day. Live to fight another day, I say. Section 5. Chess Tales, where legends are made or not. Now, let's lighten the mood with a little story. Back in my day, I played a bit of chess. Not very well, mind you. But I once played this bloke down the pub. He was all serious, like he was playing for the World Championship or something. Anyway, I managed to trap his queen with my bishop. Beginner's luck, I guess. The look on his face was priceless. Like he'd just seen a ghost. A ghost wearing a bishop's hat, that is. He resigned right there and then. Walked out of the pub without saying a word. Haven't seen him since. Probably off practicing his chess, poor bloke. But hey, it's all part of the game, right? Section 6. Wrap it up. You're basically a grandmaster now. So there you have it, your crash course in chess. You've learned about the pieces, the board, and some basic strategy. You've laughed at my terrible jokes. What more could you ask for? Now go forth and play chess. And remember, it's all about having fun. Well, fun and crushing your opponents. But mostly fun. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be lifting that shiny trophy. Just don't forget your old mate Ricky when you're up there on that podium. I'll be the one in the back drinking a pint and shouting dodgy chess advice. Cheers.